All right, guys, here goes nothing. Hey, everybody, my name is Billy Smith, and I'm an online entrepreneur, and I am also a student of the Internet Jetset system by John Crestani. And I am very inspired right now because I'm about 7 months into this, like 8 months into this, and like everything works like clockwork, and I wanted to make a testimonial about it because I'm really, hold on a second, because I'm really inspired to give feedback on this, you know, and I want to give you a little insight on where I was before and where I'm at now, even just after 8 months, you know. And first off, you know, I just wanted to say this completely blew me away, man, when I first started to do it, you know, because I've always been an employee. I've never been an entrepreneur. So when I got into the entrepreneur world, it was really hard to see if it would work or not, you know what I mean? Because I always thought that being a businessman or being an entrepreneur, you needed to be a special somebody with a lot of money and everything. And you know what? The truth is you don't. And especially in the online age right now, the online world is as big as it's ever been, and it's growing fast. That's the amazing part, you know? But, you know, before all of this, I was really broke, you know? I was trying to pay my student loans with all my might, and it was very, very tough, you know. I'm in the visual effects industry, and so I had to go and chase jobs, you know. I would go, because, you know, I'm from San Diego, and I would go to Los Angeles, chase a job, go back to San Diego, chase a job, land here in Vancouver, chasing a job. That's where I'm at now. I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, you know, and just job chasing. That was really tiring, you know what I mean? And I couldn't see my family, you know, because during the contracts, you know, it's a lot of overtime in the entertainment industry, you know, a lot of work, a ton of work, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm an artist. I love every second of it, you know, but it's just hard when you can't see your family. And then 5 years go by and your nephew that was a baby is, you know, is in kindergarten now. You know, that's kind of something hard to swallow, you know. And before, you know, since I am a visual effects artist, I was always praying to get that next contract. You know, because if you're not familiar with that kind of work, you know, like being an artist, you know, like it's contract, I'll get hired for 6 months to do a movie, you know, like to make explosions for a movie. And then after that, I'm done. You know, I'm in the unemployment line, you know, and it was just every year the same thing, man, this praying to get a new contract or, you know, like kissing ass to get a new contract, you know, and so I could stay afloat because it's like bowling, you know, you set them all up and they'll come and knock them all down, you know what I mean? So something needed to change for me, you know, and also before too, you know, stretches of unemployment, because there was times where my contracts would end and I would go into freelance mode, you know, because like, you know, like being an artist, I had the ability to go into freelance mode and freelance stuff for people, but that was really interesting because not anybody wanted to pay me. So thus, with that being said, now I am an online entrepreneur. I have a website called econvitality.com. And what my niche is, I share the same vision with John. You know, I share spreading education to people that is worth gold, you know, because it's just, you know, when you could teach somebody to do something that they didn't know existed, that's amazing. And you get a great reward out of that, you know. So now, you know, I have a vision. I have a clear vision on what I want to do and the message I want to put out to my audience, you know. And, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm working for myself now. You know, that's something I've always been used to, you know, having an art director tell me what to do, you know what I mean? Or having a lead tell me what to do, you know, and like now I work for myself, you know. I brand my website the way that I want, you know, and I choose my education programs that I promote the way that I want to, you know, the way I think that they're worth gold, you know what I mean? And I'll promote it, you know, most definitely. And, you know, one great thing that John teaches is how to talk with other marketers and to collaborate, you know, and that is what happened to me in this past 7 months. I was able to hook up with one of my friends I went to college with. He was an advertising major, check this out, and he went and started this company called Open World Magazine. And if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. It's openworldmag.com. And what my friend Danny does is he travels and he documents his traveling while he's marketing, you know, and it's amazing. And that was one thing that made me believe too, because like, you know, he's a personal friend of mine. You know, he wasn't an online personality. He was a personal friend, and he was been talking to me you know, since I've been working with the internet Jetset and just blowing my mind on everything, you know, like the learning is so much, but so it's like common sense, very much common sense, and it all clicks together, you know, and I'm very excited to be collaborating with my friend. And that also brings back to, you know, like spreading a message to freelance artists as well, because, you know, I have student loans. There's a huge student loan epidemic going on right now. And if I could just do something in my life to help a lot of people get rid of that by doing affiliate marketing or by doing some kind of other online business, you know, that works fantastic, I want to be a part of that. You know, something that I could give back to the Jetset system, you know, would be that. And I would be completely honored to do that. And now, you know, my business, I'm completely taking John's advice and I'm scaling it small. I'm not reaching for the stars. But even though if you check out my previous videos, man, I was shooting high, dude, because after I made my first 5 commissions, I made my first 5 commissions in about a day doing one of John's tutorials on the internet Jetset system. And I made 5 commissions, and ever since then I was hooked, because I realized I'm just sitting there behind a computer doing my investigating with, you know, making my audience and everything, choosing my products, and then it worked, and I was hooked. So I wanted to do more, but I'm scaling it small, you know, just like how John says, you know, because that's the best way to do it. You don't want to go hog wild with everything, you know. So now my business, I've scaled it up enough to where I'm able to have services. Like for example, I bought ClickFunnels, and the ClickFunnels blew my mind, you know. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about ClickFunnels, but you know, I have ClickFunnels. I have an email service now, you know, to help me keep things organized, you know. And with my collaboration too, there's a bunch of other things I've been like turned on to for organizing campaigns. That has been worth its weight in gold so much, you know. And yeah, you know, I'm making enough for the services, and recently I've made enough from one of my campaigns to go and take a vacation, and I saw all of my family. I went to California and I saw all my family there. I have family in San Diego, Santa Cruz, Capitola, San Juan, Malibu, Los Angeles. It was amazing out there. John, when I was in Santa Monica, dude, I was screaming your name, man. You know, so, and then after that, I went to Chicago and I saw all my family in Chicago. And then I went back to California and was hanging out in San Diego for the rest of the time. And I saw my sister and her kids. And that was just amazing. That was really, really amazing. That gave me a lot of inspiration to keep this thing going. And you know what, in closing too, that's one thing that I really liked about the Jetset system, is that John goes over many things on how to make a business last. You know, like this isn't just, you know, a one-time deal. This is a lasting, evergreen business. And it's something amazing, you know. It's completely like blowing my mind, you know. So yeah, dude, cheers to the next year to come, man. I'm hoping to scale this up enough in another year where I could start hiring my friends, you know. Like I want to hire my best friends that are the most great artists, you know, like ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some kind of a world for them to create art in. And you know what, man, I owe it all to John Cristani and the internet Jetset system. You know, this is absolutely amazing. If I could ever return a favor, John, if you're watching, man, if I could ever return this favor to you, you know, I would love to return the favor, you know. So this is my testimonial. This absolutely works. It's amazing. It's true and legit. The internet Jetset system, it's a community that is rapidly growing, and it's keeping growing. And John and his colleagues are adding new material all the time. And they talk about how it compares with the old stuff, you know, because stuff updates, especially in the online world. You know, things update every 30 seconds, you know, so you got to stay on top of your game. And John is a smart, very smart man that is completely on top of his game. And you know what, dude, blow my mind, man. Like, you blow my mind every time. But that's it, man. In closing, dude, go out and try it. If you're curious on checking out the Jetset system, there's a link down below. Just click on that and check out the video series that's available for you. Peace out, you guys.